Hey people, welcome to my YouTube channel. No, it's been long since I'm gone, but I'm back and I'm here to stay. So, today I'm going to do my makeup. As you all can see, I've already got my lashes done as Fox eyelashes at a salon, and yeah, I'm just going to do my face now before I start the day. So I got this iPads, but I've never used them. Should I use them before I do my makeup? Would it make my makeup look better? Let me know in the comments. I decided not to use it, and I'm just gonna start with the primer. It's not going to be a regular makeup video because I am going to also talk about various things. Like I was saying, I'm just going to talk in general about what's going on. So there you go, like it's not going to be a regular makeup video. It's going to be so much more. So much things have changed in my life. And that's only because of the way I think about my life right now. If 10-year-old would see me right now, she would not believe her eyes because I'm so different now. And I'm happy that my life turned out this way. I'll be honest, I did not think that I would come this far. I would live in a city that is such a big city. I mean, coming from India, it's a huge ass city. I know you all Berliners think that, yeah, we want to go to New York. They have taller buildings. But for me, this is my New York, I'll be honest. I mean, have you guys seen Potsdamer Platz? It's so huge. It's beautiful. And yeah, so I'm just saying, like I really, really like Berlin and also other cities in Germany I would like to explore, like Munich or Hamburg. I've heard really great things about them as well. And yes, what next? So I've had a lot of situations in my life where I've been thinking, should I just leave everything and go back to India or just go to another country like where nobody knows me? I've had this situation too many times where I'm like, okay, should I just leave, pack my bag? But then I have so many things, like so many clothes and everything. I don't know how I could do that. So I'm still here for the time being, but I do miss the food from India sometimes because here in Berlin you don't get really authentic Indian food. And even if they are authentic, the same food that's sold for like 10 cents or like 20 cents, they're sold here for like €5. And I'm like, what the that? Like the samosas especially. You could get one samosa in India for like 10 cents or something. So I'm just saying, like, I've had seen many financial videos as well where I went through, where I got to witness something really smart that somebody said. Like, it doesn't matter how much you're earning, but if you're living in a country where the economy is like really high and you have to spend a lot of money for your groceries, then it just doesn't make sense that you are earning a lot. Because, for example, if you're earning $100,000 a year and if you spend like $3,000 a month, then that $100,000 doesn't make you a rich person. But if you are earning like $30,000 a year and you spend only like $1,000 a month or $800 a month, then that makes you a richer person. So it also depends on the country where you're residing and everything. And for me, I am residing in Berlin and my monthly expenses go up to €1,000, which is not a lot compared to before when I was studying in a private school. then my expenses were like skyrocketing, like it was 1,800 euros a month I was spending when I was in a private school, and I couldn't just take it, guys. Like, I couldn't enjoy the other things that Berlin had to offer, like getting my lashes done, for example, or getting my nails done. I couldn't be myself. And now that I have so much savings, and because I don't spend so much on my school, I can live a good adult life where I can do the things that makes me feel happy from inside, that makes me look beautiful, that makes me feel beautiful, like buying makeup, stuffs like that. So there you go. Of course, I have to also sometimes think about not overspending, because there might come a day when I have minus in my bank account, and that is something that I'm really not a fan of, and I'm sure nobody is a fan of having minus in their bank account. And to avoid that, I make sure that I use some budgeting apps like RiseUp, and you all can also download it. It really helps you make a good planning for your budget and how you can spend your money the whole month, and the income minus expenses, and how much you can save or invest on stocks, basically. And growing up, we never had this financial lessons in our schools or high schools, and I always think, why not? I mean, big part of our life is revolving around money, because money gives you everything that you want: a roof over your head, food to eat. It's an energy that you exchange for something valuable. And why aren't we taught since our kindergarten, or like since our primary school, about money? I really, really don't understand why this is not a mandatory subject yet. Because like, if you don't know how to handle your money when you're alone and not under the guidance of your parents, you might lose it all. That's what happened to me. I lost all my money in the year 2020, all my savings and everything that I had made through my broadcasting channel on Bigo. I lost it all. I was so stupid. I didn't know what was happening around the world. I was like this dumb blonde girl who came to Berlin and was thinking, yeah, everything is going to fall into its place. I was spending money like a crazy person as well. I would just buy some bags which were leather, and I would just be like, yeah, I have so much in my savings and everything. But honestly though, guys, I was such a fool. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have any idea about what I was doing, because I was like, yeah, I have enough money in my bank account. I've made a lot of money by rapping and twerking my ass. So I was like, yeah, it's just gonna come. I mean, it did come, but it went away, and then I was in a very bad state in my life. And that's why I'm here, to tell you not to make the same mistakes. If you have a lot of money, invest in stocks. Find out what is the economy of your city, and find out what type of stocks are there in your city which are local, and you can invest in them. That would be such an easier way, and you can always keep tabs on it, instead of investing in some international companies, because you never know who they are, and you always research about the people that you're giving money to. That's also a huge mistake that I did. I just hand over a lot of money to a person who I didn't even know properly, who I just spoke on the phone for. And I am now almost 26 years old, and to be honest, I just don't want anyone to go through the same trauma that I went through due to money. It can be really hard. And money is a positive thing, it's not a bad thing. I don't know why people say that people with lots of money are bad people, because how are they bad when they're just taking care of themselves? Don't really understand that, but it's how the society is. It glorifies struggle, it glorifies poor, it glorifies bad things. But when you have money, if you are a nice person, you can do so many good things in the world. Like me, for example, if I had $1 million right now, I would have opened up shelters for poor people who are sleeping on the streets, and I would give it to them for free. I would also buy them food and groceries and everything. So that's what I would do if I had $1 million, because that's who I am internally. I know that there are so many people out there who have this goodwill and good thought in their head, but they just don't know what to do with it. No, I'm not making $1 million right now. I'm just saying, if I had $1 million, this is what I would do. And now $1 million is not the problem. The problem is I thinking that I cannot acquire this $1 million because of the way I've been raised by my parents, who had to work hard their whole lives. My mom, she's a housewife. She has to work even on Sundays. And my dad, even he has to work on weekends because the work pressure is so much. And they would never ever think in their wildest dreams that someone would hand them $1 million. But here, I would like to say that after watching so many videos on YouTube about money and how money is a form of energy, I really think that I can get $1 million just from the sky, because it's growing on trees. It is. Money is paper, and paper is a part of a tree. So I just don't see a reason why I cannot get $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So I've been watching a lot of cool YouTube videos about manifestation and just knowledge in general by Nero. I don't know if you guys know him. He's this YouTuber from Zimbabwe, and he talks about all these generational patterns that's wired into our brains that make us stay in the same place for our whole lives, and that makes us not want to get out of our comfort zone because of our generational patterns, and how to break them as well. He talks about it. I would not say that everything he says is true, because he's a man and he has his views and everything, but as a woman, I know that it is so much more easier for women to make money than the men, because women are the creators, basically. They have created everything that you see in the world. They've created the man, they've created themselves, and they are the bosses. Duh. So there we go. Now I'm just going to, So the next thing that I'm gonna talk about right now, while I do my eyebrows, is about the ways that people can make money online, because everything is getting so much into the online space right now, and how much more it is going to get into the online space, you guys have no clue. The whole world is going to be a metaphysical world in few years, and that is going to be our reality. Everybody is going to have their virtual identity, where they are going to play someone that they are not in real life, but that they would want to be in real life. So, look at artificial intelligence. It is literally doing everything for you that you couldn't do before on your own. And I just think that it is really, really an exciting challenge that we are all going to face in the near future. You know that artificial intelligence can create anything for you that you want. It can bring your ideas into creation that other people can look into. And For example, the other day I had this dream about a panda like face just rotating on the sky. And artificial intelligence did this whole same thing that I just dreamed about on the computer. And I was amazed. I was like, that's a very, very clear representation of what I just dreamt the other night. And I was like, Then I saw so many other creators on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube talking about artificial intelligence, how it helps them in writing their resumes and applying to companies and finding them jobs, and how they just help them doing all the chores that they want to do. And then, bam, you don't have to work that hard anymore, you know? When you have someone like an assistant who you could always ask to do something for you, and they do it for you in a blink of an eye, you just don't have to work that hard anymore. Okay, so guys, I'm almost done with my makeup.